Hello and welcome to the British Basketball League Championship and to the MK Lions Arena here in Milton Keynes. The Lions will be taking on the Worthing Thunder, who are looking to recover from their heartbreaking loss to Essex Pirates last week. The Lions and Thunder sit in 10th and 11th spot respectively, but there's a massive 14-point difference between the two. Don't let that fool you though. When these sides met just 2 weeks ago, there was only a basket between them at the final horn. Tip-off coming up shortly. Before that, let's get into the championship table. Just 2 points separate the top 4. Sheffield have games in hand in 5th. Behind the leading pack, there's just another 2 points between 6th and 9th, whilst below the line, Milton Keynes may be a further 4 points back. They have fewer defeats than the two sides directly above them, Worthing with just 1 win to show for their league campaign so far. As the table shows, both these teams need a win for different reasons. Earlier I spoke to the coaches to get their take on the game. Well, Mike, you had a nice 6-game winning streak going, lost a couple in a row now. Where did it go wrong?
We just need to learn how to be consistent with our continuity. The continuity is there. The 6-game winning streak was fantastic. It was obviously on during that time, and we slipped up a bit and lost 2 in a row. So we're just trying to be more consistent in our play.
But the good thing about it, it did show you could string wins together and move up the table a bit. Absolutely.
It just confirmed something that we already knew, that we were very close and not far away from getting wins. Now if we can just get back on a winning track, everybody will be happy.
You're playing a team behind you in the table tonight, so it's important that you win and keep that pressure on those above you.
Absolutely. Even though this team is behind us, we only beat them by 2 points last time we met, so we're definitely not taking them lightly. And we're just trying to win our very next game and just move on to the next one, and that's what we need to do tonight.
What can you take from that victory? As you say, it was a really high-scoring game and you just edged it.
Yeah, I think that our tempo will give them problems, but they have a lot of big space eaters down low. They caused us problems. So it's problems on both ends, but we're going to try to imply our problems first.
Now defensively, they've had their struggles. Is it about pushing it, trying to get the scoreboard ticking over?
Yeah, I think that's our game, definitely up and down the basketball court, trying to create fast breaks. They're a bit slower than we are, so we'll try to take advantage of that tonight.
Mike, thanks for talking to us. Good luck. Cheers. Gary, much was made of the defeat last week to Essex. How's it been in training this week?
We've had a very good training session this week as far as it goes. I mean, we were only able to have 2 training sessions. One was a shooting practice and the other one they went hard on Wednesday. We looked at 1 or 2 things. We tried to look at the positives which we could take out to the Essex game, which there was quite a few, but it was one of those games where Essex just stayed with us all the way. And they're a dangerous team, you know, regardless of what their results have been. They are a dangerous team because if you allow them to stay close to you towards the end of the game, there's a chance of them winning it, and that's what they did against us. And we didn't finish the game out, we didn't close it out. We should have done, but we didn't. And Essex took full advantage of that.
And Milton Keynes here today, you had a close game with them earlier the month.
Yeah, it was a close game, and I don't like close games. I just want us to win. That's it. Again, it's you know, we were able to work on some things this week on Wednesday and looked on 1 or 2 things, which hopefully we can, you know, they can bear fruit in this game tonight. Milton Keynes again, they're on and up. They've been playing well. We haven't, as far as it goes, up until this game, and hopefully we can make some changes and see what happens.
I think you put 106 on the board against them last time out. Do you have to score a big number again today?
I'm not saying that we have to score a big number, but we have to score more than them. Okay. Secondly, for us to do that, we have to be able to play solid defense, and you know, like you said, we scored 100 and odd points against them, and they scored more than us. It shows to me that we didn't play defense as well as we should have been doing. We didn't box them out. We allowed 1 or 2 of their players to score a high percentage from the field, and we just can't allow that to happen again.
And just quickly, 93 points a game, way too many to give up.
Far too many points to give up. You're not, unless you're averaging 160 yourself. 96 is far too many points to give up. Over 90 points is far too many points to give up if you're trying to win a basketball game.
So as the teams get their final instructions, let me introduce our guest tonight, Essex coach Tim Lewis. Tim, congratulations on your win last week. Let's get straight into tonight's roster, starting with Milton Keynes. And after 6 wins in a row, Mike New's squad have dropped 2. So we'll be desperate to get back to winning ways. In Sean Myers, they have the BBL's leading rebounder right now. Demarius Bolds leads the league in steals. If the Lions can dominate those 2 areas of the game, they've a good chance of winning.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're a deep team. They've got players at all spots. you know, the addition of awillz has been a tremendous asset to them, and obviously Sean coming in later stages of this has been a tremendous asset as well.
Let's have a look at Worthing, and since we last saw them, they've added forward Cleve Woodfork to the roster, but much of their offense still comes through the backcourt of Sherrod Presley-Blue and Adam Williams, who lead them in scoring. This year's problem, though, has been defense. No one concedes more points than the Thunder, and Tim, it's hard to win a game if you average 93 points against.
Yeah, it's always tough, and you know, this team's been scoring well. At the moment they run. They like to get out in transition, put numbers on the boards, and if Worthing don't do a job of stemming that, then it could be a long night.
Well, as the two teams are just about ready to go for this game, let's have a look round at some of the guys we think might be a factor in today's game. And on the Milton Keynes Lions, well, we spoke to him before the game. Stephen Gill put up 41 big ones the other week. You know all about his qualities.
Yeah, we sure do. You know, he's waited for this opportunity for a while to be in the BBL, and he's grasped it. He's you know, he's an energy guy. He's able to light up the scoreboard at a flash, and you know, I think you got to keep a real eye on him. He's been elevated to a starting spot. If you let him get and go early, then he can really hurt you.
And then at the other end of the floor, Adam Williams, a guy who's capable of playing many roles on a team. He certainly can put big numbers on the boards as well.
I mean, Adam, to me, is a real glue guy for Worthing. He hard-nosed, plays really hard. Like you say, he can play across a number of different spots. Just a great guy to have on a team, and I think you know, if you let him loose, he's a lefty, shoots the ball really well, and he can affect the game.
I mean, he's had different roles in different teams, Williams. At Birmingham, he had to score highly. He's got to score highly again here at Worthing. One or two of his other clubs, he was a bit more of a role player. It shows you the diversity to his game.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think, and that's what I like about him. I think he's multi-dimensional. He'll assume any role, and you know, that glue term for him is key. I think you know, he'll fit in wherever he needs to fit in.
And the game almost about to get underway here tonight. Two teams just about to make their way out on court. 108-106 last time they met. That's a lot of points. Do you expect anything this high again?
I don't know that we'll see anything as high both ways. I think I would think Worthing would hope not. I think they need to stem that flow of points. They need to cut this transition down and really grind it out. Go at them inside, draw some fouls, and hopefully just limit those opportunities.
And we've seen plenty of Travis Nelson this year and the sort of big numbers he can put up on the board. It's going to be important for the interior defense of Worthing to try and keep him away. Likes to dunk everything.
Yeah, you know, he's a hard guy to guard. He gets out and runs well in transition, picks up a lot of loose stuff. You know, loves to get in the block onto his right hand, and Worthing have got to do a good job of getting that away from him today. Make him get onto his left, pick him up early in transition, and then definitely keep him off the boards.
There we go then, MK Lions Arena, the two teams out and ready to go. It'll be Woodfork against Nelson for the opening tip. And the ball goes up, and it's tipped by Woodfork, but only to awillz. And awillz goes both ways, dumps off to Myers, and a great start.
Great start. awillz that's doing what he does well. Slashes, gets to the middle of the floor, and then creates there for Myers.
Williams trying to toss it inside. That was way too far out in front. And Rivera had no chance to chase it.
Early nerves, better angles. Going to try and go inside early there.
Throwing it down inside to Nelson, and the foul is called off the ball on the far side on Petroslav Sefirov. He's scratching his head, not too sure about it. Must admit, I was watching the ball, didn't see the foul.
I didn't see too much there.
End line ball to Gill. Off with the screen. Gill with the pull-up. Doesn't go. Rebound Marine. Here comes the Worthing captain over the halfway line, calling the play. Gets it to Presley-Blue. Sefirov comes up high. Shot clock gets down to 6. They have to look to do something. Goes inside to Zavirov. Little fake. Got to get the shot off. Don't think he sees it. Woodfork does. Gets the shot off. Doesn't hit the ring. Doesn't matter. Because Lions come down with the rebound. Clark pushing. Great dish from Clark to Myers.
Not to start Worthing 2 turnovers in their first 2 possessions and allowing Milton Keynes here early transition points.
It was just poor recognition by Zavirov because Woodfork was telling him to shoot. By the time he got the ball, all he could do is throw it. Nice pass inside from Prezi Blue.
Nice look by Prezi there.
Myers lines up a 3-point shot that doesn't go. Woodfork with the rebound saves it to Prezi Blue. Prezi Blue comes back the other way. That'll be a blocking foul on Stephen Gill. Just check whether the referee is going to give him 2 shots for that. So if it'd gone in, it would have counted. Sherrod Prezi Blue to the line, shooting a pair. He's his team's leading scorer this season, averaging 19 a game. Off the back of the ring, but Zavirov keeps it alive by tipping it all the way back out. Williams has it. Williams down to Zavirov, back out to Adam Williams. Penetrates to the hole, nice. Strong the fake and went for the basket.
Great read. Zavirov inside out. Williams attacks the basket.
Gill gets it to Nelson. Nelson now has on to Myers. Nelson in the low post, going to work on Woodfork. Comes back the other way. Doesn't make the shot though. Brain with the rebound. Zavirov for 3. Doesn't go. Bolts with the rebound. Tosses it down to Myers out leading the break. Myers with the score. Waited. The old guy getting out on the fast break.
Easy transition points again. Myers is slightly slow back in transition and then gets him on the other way.
Having a great year for the Milton Keynes Lions, Sean Myers. Williams, did he walk with it? Yes, he did, said the official. Step back for the head fake, didn't get the ball down in time.
3 out of their last 5 offenses have resulted in a turnover. They've got to take care of the ball, make sure they value that if they're going to compete in this game.
I suppose the good thing about that is they're only 2 down despite having turned the ball over so often. But yeah, they can't afford to keep that pace up of turnovers. Gill inside to Myers along the baseline, throws it out. Clark lets go from behind the arc. Rebound Woodfork. Williams under pressure gets it to Brain. Brain driving through, and the basket will count there for James Brain as he drives to the hole. The foul is on Clark.
Chris Clark, Milton Keynes doing a good job here trying to keep the ball out of Prezi Blue's hands, forcing other guys to do things. Brain finishing well at the rim.
He goes to the line for the 3-point play, which rattles out. Could have given Worthing the lead, but as it is, we're tied at 6. Nelson, little hook doesn't go. Brain with the rebound. Prezi Blue looking to push. Gets it to Williams. Fires up for 3 out of Williams hits, and Worthing have the lead. Always like the shooters in transition. If you make that shot, it's a great one. Gill with a little stutter. That will be an offensive foul. Prezi Blue getting his chest in the way, and Gill with a little forearm off.
Yeah, it's a good call by Rob. I mean, just getting him off balance. Probably didn't need it. He elevates so quickly. You know, the little nudge unnecessary. Picks up his first Connor Washington into the game.
Well, they don't lose much in speed with Washington coming in. He and Gill lightning fast. Zavirov lost it a little bit, tried to help it onto Williams. Fortunately for him, he gets it back. Williams cuts hard to the hole over.